sweet show. I
Yeah.
so recommend it to everyone. I think it's Mindy Kaling's the best. And if you love it's a great show.
Yeah. Do you love Love? No, you don't.
I'm a little cynical, but I like to see it play out.
Cynical.
I like to see it
Hey guys, welcome back. We're kind of cultured.
I'm Carla, or I'm Asia. I'm Asia. She's Carla. Welcome back to another week of your midweek podcast. And I don't know, I had an outer body experience. Well, yes. Sure.
Okay. So this week we are going to talk about
a few things.
Yeah.
A little bit more in a little bit less time.
Yes, because we usually extend ourselves a little too much, and editing is difficult when you have a full-time job. But let's get started.
Yes.
So what do we have first?
So I guess we're going to talk a little bit about Justin and Selena and Hailey.
Yes.
And I mean, by little, there's little information, and frankly, there's not a lot to talk about. But what do you think?
There's big opinions. So what happened was Selena released her new album this week, and people are saying that it's for Justin and...
Well, the song specifically.
This song, yeah. The song called Lose You to Love Me, right?
Lose You to...
Love Me. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. First of all, I like the song. I mean, people were like, "Oh, this song is like the best thing," and I was like, "No, it's fun. It's good. Like it's cute. I mean, it's like passionate. You're not a."
I don't know. I don't want to get into it because I don't want this to be a podcast where like we bash people. But I'll just say that Selena Gomez is not my favorite singer, and leave it at that. But the song, in terms of lyricism, it's fine. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a new concept. I mean, Taylor Swift have done tons of songs that are similar in terms of content. But I mean, I think the whole controversy is that she released a song and then Hailey in her like stories, like released like she just put like a song that she's currently listening to called like Kill You or something, or I'll Kill You or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that bit.
No.
But then she said like something like, I have no words for this or something when she was asked about it.
Yeah, she was just like, she was denying it. I mean, like there was no connection.
Yeah, and then Selena was like, let's not like bully anybody, like let's not,
which
whatever.
I think is cool. Like, yeah.
I mean, okay, so the way I see it, like I understand where Hailey's coming from, because like it must have been really, really difficult for her, especially at the beginning, to like be with Justin, especially coming out of a super public, super like fanatic, crazy relationship, and like having to face all that. And then like now that the waters have calmed, she released this song, and like of course people are gonna talk. Like, what did she expect? So I get why Hailey is like, she's like, I think she's a little mad about it. Like she posted something like, I'm not going to say anything or something like that. Like a little snarky. I don't know. I get why she's mad, but I also get that, like as a writer, I get that Selena is
has
just writing
all the writing in the world
and singing about her experience. I'm like, of course, it's like closure for her, and it's her breakup and it's her relationship. So of course she's free to write about whatever the freaking hell she wants.
Exactly. And I mean, yes, I guess, I mean, now that you say it, I guess I do see Hailey's point of view. But initially, I was just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. You know who he was. You knew who he was with.
She knew what she was getting herself
into.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, like for me, like the Justin and Selena thing is like the Britney and Justin thing of like years ago, where like the fandom kind of just wants them together because like we just expect them together. Like I genuinely thought that Selena was it for Justin, but obviously like that's ridiculous. They were like teenagers. Like that doesn't last. But nonetheless, like she's entitled to do whatever she wants. And like Hailey, the only thing I would suggest to her is that she should have known that anything that she put out, people would have connected whatever she said with like, you know, the Selena song. So she should have probably been a little bit more like, you know, thought it through and said like, do I really want backlash? Do I really want to get into this? That's all I think.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I see both the sides. I can't say who's right or wrong, but
Well,
it's
she said that she didn't do it intentionally. And if she didn't, then whatever. But if she did, I think that's petty.
super petty. But Kim, there's people that are dying. Like, let's just move on. I think it's petty, and I think they're both right to be writing about her ex and mad that another girl is.
You know what? I think it's Justin. I don't know if it's Justin's responsibility, but if I were Justin, I'd be like, guys, this is my current wife, okay? Love her to pieces. Also love Selena. She's great. Let's just all be kind. Like, I think he should have been the one to be like...
But Justin's like, Justin. Like, he's never going to do that, I feel like. He's like too busy, like...
Doing what? He hasn't released
drugs? Maybe? No. I don't know. You know, famous people. I don't know.
I don't know what he's been doing lately, but he hasn't released an album.
No, he released a song.
He's been on like a Sheeran song and like, stuff like that.
I don't know much about music, I must admit. As some people would say.
That's so funny. So, okay, let's get into another subject. So Halloween is around the corner, and I think a lot of people are still confused about what's appropriate and inappropriate for Halloween.
Yeah, we touched on it a couple weeks ago, but we were talking about this earlier. I saw comments. You know, I saw a girl post on Facebook a photo of her, and she's like, "Hey guys, like, what should I be for Halloween? This is me. Like, you know, give me your recommendations." And she doesn't look white. I don't think she is. Mm-hmm. And people were like, "Oh, you should be Jasmine. No, you should be Pocahontas." Like, and I was like, huh. I don't know, like, what the girl's, like, ethnic background is.
Yeah.
But, and, like, yeah, if, like, we were casting for a movie, she could pass for, you know, Jasmine. Or Pocahontas. Mm-hmm. But I don't know why these girls thought it was appropriate to comment that. Like, they don't know her either. And I don't know. If it were me, I would have just been like, be like a Teletubby, or like,
if they could
or
find,
like
if you could find that costume,
or or
funny.
like a cowgirl, or you know, a grape
colonizer,
or
something.
A colonizer.
I'm so petty.
Or you know, a French fry. I don't know, anything, mm-hmm. But. I don't know. I think it was like a little weird to suggest such like ethnic costumes, and like they could have said Cinderella, and like that would have been fine. She's not blonde, but then again, like
who is nowadays?
Naturally, yeah, it's pretty hard to find. So what do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, this is a really controversial subject, and I think like I am not the like the person,
whatever.
Yeah, like, I can't speak on behalf of all Black people everywhere or all brown people.
End all be all.
Yes, that's it's my opinion, but not, you know, the opinion. Personally, I understand that people are tired of hearing about this because there's Kim, there's what is it? Kim, there's people that are dying. People dying. So in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's kind of small. But I do think that all of our actions amass to something. And in my opinion, is it right as a white, you know, Caucasian...
Or white passing.
Yes, or white passing person to dress as Mulan? No. Or Pocahontas? No. Or, I don't know, Tiana? No. And like, I think if you do it, I don't think that you're a horrible person. I just think that
you're a little unaware
and probably made like a bad choice, but I don't immediately say like, whoa, that person's racist. Like, no, I just think that, you know, a lot of these people are actual people. Mulan is was an actual person. So was Pocahontas. We know the story with that. Obviously don't do blackface or like do like, I see people doing like Chinese eyes or whatever. Like, don't do that.
What celebrity was it that did it like
recently?
Yeah, Gigi Hadid.
Oh yeah,
she did it like a couple of years ago, like a year ago or two.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like she was just like posting for a photo on like her story or something, and people, I think, if I'm not mistaken,
and she like extended her eyes. Yeah, or something. Don't do that, guys.
That is
That's the height of disrespect.
Exactly.
You know, it's one thing if you go buy the costume at Party City and like whatever, like you put it on. Everybody wants to be a genie or whatever. And I know
what
that
about
kind of
like a kimono or something like that? Or like a Mexican hat with a mustache? Because that, like, you're not doing blackface or brown face or like making fun of someone's eyes. But you're stereotyping.
It's the stereotype. Okay.
First of all, a kimono is like a sacred.
Exactly. Not everybody like wears that. You have to be
clothing.
Yeah, it's garb. It's important. Yeah. I mean, but what do you think? Like, if somebody was going as a stereotypical Venezuelan and they have, I don't know.
Well, it's hard to do
what is
that.
it? Tequeño and I don't know, like
whatever. I think I would grab it from them and eat it. But like
whatever
I think it's hard to like represent a typical Venezuelan unless. But like, for example, like if it was a Venezuelan party and I dressed up as like the indigenous people from Venezuela, which I'm not. I mean, I guess I have some part indigenous Venezuelan in me because like all my family's from Venezuela. But like with their shoes that they wear and their
making
dresses,
a costume
like,
of their genuine, like who they are.
Nobody would say anything.
Like it's okay.
Like it's fine. I'm sure it would be fine. And like, but I don't know. Here, I mean, we were talking about it the other day. Like, you know, it's different in Latin America, I feel like. But I don't know. Here, like, it's hard to represent a typical Venezuelan, like, in a stereotype fashion, like they do Mexicans with, like, the piñata and the sombrero and the mustache. But I think, like, I would imagine, like, a super... like dumb, like frat guy out of touch with like reality and what matters to do it. But not like if I threw a Halloween party at my house, I would not imagine any of my friends would come dressed in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like not for adults. Like it's not for people that know what they're doing and like are serious and like respectful, I feel like.
I think like that's probably like a really good like closing note. Like it's not nice. Doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. No. I'm sure you know, pay your taxes and, you know, do whatever you have to do. And, you know, probably an okay person. But nonetheless, like, just be a little bit more thoughtful, guys. Just like, you know, nobody wants to be made fun of. Nobody wants to be a caricature of, like, their culture because at the end of the day, they can't take it off. Like, who you are is who you are. And you get to, like, wear this one outfit for one day and it's, like, separate and apart from your life. And it's like, I just do it if you want to. It's not the right thing to do. You know, no one can tell you yes or no. It's just, I just don't think it's the right thing to do.
Okay, now I have a question. What if I dressed up in a striped t-shirt with a, you know, little French hat and a baguette and a long cigarette?
Like,
is that offensive?
Like you mean the mime? Or like a Frenchman?
Well, clearly not a mime. Just like a French person. You know, the stereotype of a French person.
The thing is that, like, it depends. Because I don't think there's
I'm not saying this is right.
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
I just think that, like, I mean, I'm not a Frenchman, so I can't say, is it okay or not? But I think that there's no...
I was one.
Yeah, but there's no negative association with that, you know? Like, the reason that people are so, like, upset about blackface is because there's historical ramifications about it. Now, dressing up as a Frenchman, you know, I don't know if they would find that offensive. Maybe they don't like the idea of being thought of as only baguette eating.
Baguette eating, hat wearing, stripe wearing.
Yeah, like, maybe they don't like that stereotype. I don't know. But I don't see any sort of, like, negative, like, you know, connotation to that. And like, but I do know that like for Asian people, like when you wear the kimono, it's a disrespect. And if you have no, like, it's not your culture, you know, and I'm sure for like Mexicans, like if you dress up like them, it's super rude because they're the most hardworking people. And the idea of them, like a lot of people who I see dress up like them, they always have like beer and they're always like really exaggerating the hair
and speaking broken Spanish. Like
I think that there's a negative connotation to that. There's historical ramifications to that. So in my opinion, I think
still today they're being killed in
it's just not appropriate. Like
no.
Just think it through. Like obviously you're gonna always find Jasmine at a Halloween party. You're going to find Milans and Pocahontas.
So you're saying it's right to dress up as a culture if you are a part of that culture.
I think if you're a part of it, you know that you have the go ahead. But if you're not, like...
I personally would... Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, like, do what we're doing. Like, have a conversation. Like, certainly you know somebody of that culture. Exactly. Say, like, how do you feel about this?
Exactly. Yeah, I would personally just stay away from anything that might seem offensive. But then again, okay, like, nowadays, a lot of things are offensive. Like, if I dress up as a witch, then real witches are going to be like, what are you doing? Like, you're making fun of us. And, like, you know...
I mean, look, I think a lot of people think that, and I think that we've had this conversation already. I don't think that we're living in a more sensitive world. I think that people are just becoming a little bit more empowered to speak up about the things that they've always been pissed off about.
You're right.
But the witch thing, I don't know.
No, but also Halloween's to celebrate witches.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or just...
I mean, my grandparents always, like, told me, like, it was a devil thingy. Like, I was never allowed to wear costumes.
So we were... Funny you say that, because earlier we were talking about Hocus Pocus and how she was like, oh, did you hear they're...
Doing a sequel.
Doing a sequel. And I was like, I heard, but it doesn't matter because I never watched the first one.
Mind-blowing.
But it's because in Venezuela, like... I grew up there, and we don't celebrate Halloween. Like,
There's a trick-or-treating aspect.
No. Nothing. Like, I went to a Catholic school for 12 years. So up until I was 12. Wow. I've been in school for my entire life. But yeah, I went to Catholic school, and, like, it was a devil thing, and it was, like, frowned upon, and we couldn't dress up for school. Like, we have Carnaval in February, which is, like, carnival. Like, I don't know if it's the same word in English, but... We celebrate, like, dressing up as princesses and, like, nice things. And that's, like, we have a weekend, like, a long weekend that we just celebrate and, like, have parties and kids costume contests. But Halloween, like, is not really a thing. When I started in the American school when I was 13, of course, they celebrated there and, like, they decorate because it's such an American thing. But... I only started celebrating it when I was 13, and I think that's too old for Hocus Pocus, no?
I watched it last night.
Okay, well, I don't know much about it. I've only seen the super famous, like, cover photo of, like, the 3 witches.
Bro, it's 13 nights, like, what is it? 13 days of countdown, I don't know, on ABC Family. So it's literally on all day, and then, like, they have, like, you know, a little bit of Haunted Mansion, you know, stuff like that. But... Which you haven't seen? The Haunted Mansion?
No, I haven't seen... Dude, okay, first of all, you should know this about me already. I don't watch movies.
That's true. But, like, I feel like it's just one of those things. And, like,
especially I don't watch classics. Like, if a movie comes out, which we're going to talk about The Joker in a bit because I watched it. If it comes out and, like, it's popular right now, like, but I don't really, like... I haven't really watched, like, old classics. And I should... And everybody tells me I should.
It's so funny that Hocus Pocus is being considered one of the classics. It's not Titanic, but it's just like something that it's so nice to see. It's just a staple and it's nostalgic. I watched it when I was 4 and I watched it.
Because it reminds you of your childhood. Yeah. Because you've always been
consistent. That and like Halloween Town, like that's just, it makes me feel good to watch it, even though it's like a little like, you know, we know how this ends, but it's just so nice. But yeah, they're doing a sequel. Possibly it's in the work for Disney Plus. But I don't know. I think a lot of people are mixed on this. I think everyone kind of like is happy with the classic and they don't want it to be ruined, you know. But I realized that everyone's doing a lot of sequels. There's very few original stuff going on. It's all sequels or whatever.
Even Breaking Bad, they came out with the El Camino movie that I haven't watched. And like I thought more people were going to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a Breaking Bad fan, but I hear that it's great, you know.
I should watch it.
But how do you feel about that? Like sequels and stuff like that?
I think it's fine. Today I saw a poll on Facebook. Guys, I'm on Facebook a lot. That it was like, if Friends did a sequel or like a movie, a reunion movie or a reunion show, would you watch it? And people are like, no, leave it as it is. And some people are like, yes, I would watch it even if it was bad. And that's kind of where I'm at, I think.
I mean, 100%
I would watch it.
I would watch a Friends just to see Like, what did they do? Is it like about Emma now? Is it about like, you know, what
Somebody
changed?
said that Gunther would be a millionaire because he franchised Central Park. Central Park, sorry.
So freaking smart. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
the actor has been super involved with the pop-ups that they've been doing in like New York.
That's cool.
Yeah, super involved, like the most involved out of everybody.
It's such a minor role, but like such a like he's so nice.
Iconic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that's cool. I'm here for like, you know, sequels and stuff like that. But I do think there's a couple stuff they can just leave alone. Hocus Pocus, like leave it alone. Like, I just don't know. Sometimes if they do like a continuation, you know, I don't know. Let's see. I won't be the person that's like, no, without seeing it. Like, if it's good, it's good. But I don't know. It's one of those things. It's good as is. It's good as is.
Okay. And then, let's talk about the Joker for a little bit.
Sure.
I liked it a lot. I loved it. I thought the acting was stellar. Like, he's getting an Oscar. For sure. Like,
for sure.
I don't know much about movies, honestly, and I'm not a great, judge. But everybody's saying they love it. And
it's like the best rated R thing since Deadpool.
It's the biggest grossing. The biggest
grossing rated R movie since Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But okay, look, I didn't watch the movie and I'm not a hater. But I will say
You are a hater.
Maybe. But I will say this. They just picked a really good opening weekend because there wasn't a lot of competition. What else was in the movie theater? I just don't think there was much to compete with.
But there's always like one movie that everybody's watching.
Well,
like one movie that people go to the theater for.
Well, yeah, but like usually like, I mean, like I remember when I went to go see like Us, there was still other movies that were like doing very well, performing really well, but like I just didn't go see it. But with the Joker, like literally it's the Joker. I don't know what else is playing right now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think there was another movie that I saw.
Unless that El Camino thing.
No, that's on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah. There was another movie that I was like, oh, I want to watch this, but I don't really remember. So it must not have been that important.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought, it made you like sympathize with the villain, with the murderer. But I think it did it in like it was very realistic, but it did it in like a fictional enough way that, and it was like in a fictional city, which is Gotham. Like, so I was like, okay, like
it's far enough. Like,
and
from
I saw a meme today that was like, oh, people were saying that the Joker is gonna make people like want to shoot other people, and all they're doing is like the mirror meme, the stairs
the
meme,
dancing
like,
thing.
Yeah, and
That's
it was
funny.
like a bunch of people posting like dancing on the stairs.
That's a nice outcome.
Yeah,
a better.
It is.
One,
it is
arguably.
But the movie was so good. Like,
wow,
so entertaining. Like, I didn't want it to end. It was good.
I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
Yeah, I invited her to go watch it with me, and she didn't want to go.
I just don't like movies. I don't like movies or shows that I feel are just too real.
Like The Handmaid's Tale.
Like The Handmaid's Tale, like Orange is the New Black, like...
Both amazing shows.
Euphoria.
I know this is not Showtime, but...
Like, I just don't like things that make me feel... I don't watch like any slave movies. I don't watch 12 Years a Slave. I don't watch none of that. No Roots, no nothing. I don't like watching things that make me feel too much. Like, I go to entertainment for entertainment, not to like... I don't want to cry. Like, I just want to watch it.
I don't know. That's a funny way to put it, because I go to entertainment. Is that what you said? I go to entertainment to make me think more deeply about the things I already think about. I guess that's why I like true crime so much and suspense. Like, I like feeling and okay, this is going to sound morbid because the things that I watch are usually like scary and bad. But it makes me feel less dumb to watch something fictional. And this is just like super subconsciously, not consciously, obviously. It makes me feel less dumb that I'm like watching something that is fake, knowing that it could happen, that it could be real.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. Like if I'm watching like a two unicorns fall in love. I'm like, this is such a waste of time. Like, no, unicorns don't exist, and they're never gonna fall in love. You know?
Yeah. You're like very like in your head, so you need realism. Like
Exactly. Yeah. So I like to watch things that, you know, are realistic and like, I don't know.
I think the world is like hard and cold all on its own. I don't want to watch it. Like, I mean, that's the way I feel about everything. Like when I read books, I like to read predictable romance novels. Like, you know, like I want happy, sugar-coated, you know, rainbow, la la land.
We are the complete opposite. But we'll talk more about that. Actually, that's a really good segue into Showtime, but we have something else to talk about before.
Kim Kardashian thing. So, did you hear that Kanye no longer wants North to wear makeup?
Yes. When I read it, honestly, I didn't know what to feel. Mm-hmm. I feel like the damage is already done. Not that there's any damage, but like she's already been wearing makeup her entire life. Yeah. It's a way for her to like express herself. It's a way for her to like show who she is and like, you know, show a different side of her.
Yeah.
And she's also like 9. How old is she?
I don't know. Maybe. Is she 9? No.
Maybe not. Maybe she's
like
6. Well, anyway. 7. Like if she's 1 or 2, yeah. But like, and as long as it's supervised and she's not drawing or, you know, like
it's obscene or something.
Obscene. Like she can, like if she was my daughter, I would let her.
Yeah.
And not like dark red lipstick to like go to school.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little much. Although it's due to religious reasons, apparently. No?
Kanye found God again. You know, whatever that means. Kanye found another way to market God is all he did, okay? But in relation to that, I mean, growing up, I know like my mom would not let me wear makeup or nail polish, or I didn't even get my ears pierced until well into middle school. Like,
due to religious reasons.
I mean, religious, and also like that's how like, you know, she grew up, and like it was just something. I mean, later on, she told me that like makeup on a young girl sexualizes like young girls. Like when you wear like scarlet red lipstick, or she had a thing with red. I couldn't, like, till this day, I won't get red nail polish. Like, I don't know why. And I can. I'm an adult. But I don't. But, like...
That is weird.
It is. But, like, you know, as an adult and, like, talking to my mom now, I say to her, like, bro, if people are going around sexualizing little kids because they're wearing makeup, like, that's a them problem.
Exactly.
Like...
And that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, like...
It's not your fault if you want to, like...
If you want to, like... I mean, it's, you know, it's not like a self-esteem thingy. I just think it's sparkly and it's cute and I want to wear it. But I think that, I mean, I'm not a parent. I don't want to be a parent. But if I were a parent, would I let my daughter wear makeup? I don't know, probably not.
As long as it's not mine.
Maybe it's in the house.
As long as it's not mine, it's hers. She
with her own money.
I saw a video of these twins. They're super cute, but also they were destroying her mom's like eyeshadow palette.
No.
If that would have been me, I would have.
No.
I was watching the video and I was like, all this money down the drain so they could paint their freaking face. So no, I mean, I would let my daughter use makeup, just like Claire's makeup. Like,
oh yeah,
$5 makeup. Although, you know, that's super toxic. So not Claire's makeup.
Yeah.
Just like drugstore makeup.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Would you let her like go out with it and stuff?
If she was a famous baby, yeah.
If we're making money off of her.
I mean,
yes.
Yes. North has always had like her own sense of fashion. I don't even know if it's like real, if Kim dresses her, if a stylist dresses her. I don't know. But that girl has always been like super different and cool and like wearing neon shit and like super, super cool and like with her hair and makeup and clothes.
That's definitely the influence of her parents.
Exactly.
But like, she likes it.
She likes it. Like, I think like it's fine for everybody. We enjoy it as an audience. Like, why suppress that part of her now that she's done it for 6 years?
I agree.
You know? And I also heard he makes like Kim change or something. Like,
I mean,
tells her like, no, that's too slutty or whatever.
Well, yeah, but like but that's like more recently is what you're saying.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah. I know like before he used to have like a heavy hand in like her styling because like he also is a stylist and, you know, a designer. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, that's a Kim problem. Like, if she wants her husband that like deeply involved in like the things that she wears, or I mean, some women do. Some people like to be like, "Hey, honey, like, does this shirt look cute?" I don't know. That's up to them. Whatever.
And all guys are like, yeah, looks beautiful.
Whichever gets you out the house faster.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't know. I just think it's one of those things. I think that everybody has an option to do whatever they want with their kid and raise them however they want. If I had kids,
well,
I'd
not however
them.
they want, because some parents just
within the laws,
within the limits of human common sense.
Yes, but like personally, the makeup, I think if it's in the house, it's okay. But I think my thing is like trying to really like drive home like, you're so beautiful without it. You're so special without it. If you want it, okay, but like...
If I told my child, oh, you're so beautiful without that, like without makeup, she's like, why are you covering up your dark circles?
I'd be like, this is 35 years of like hard work, man. Like
this is 10 years of racing you. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a little hypocritical. Like,
I agree.
From my part, if I were like, oh no, you look so much better without it. Like, if I didn't wear makeup, I would still let my daughter do whatever she wanted when she was little. But I'm not talking like red lipstick and blue eyeshadow to go to the supermarket. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like, if she wants to like
a little lip gloss and stuff
exactly
like that, I think that's fine. At a young age or an older age, I think that's fine.
But also, if your baby is wearing like neon eyeliner at 4
and foundation, that's a damn problem. You're clogging up that baby's pores.
Like, no. But for North, like she's always worn like super like
bright
things, and like she's been doing it for however many years. Like, just let her keep doing it.
I think that for one, like, even if you watch a show, I think Kim is realizing that North is super marketable because she has like such a little sense of style, and like little girls like her. So yeah, like let her be creative, you know, like it's kind of weird for Kanye to be putting his foot down, you know, like now.
At this random time.
Yeah. Because he found God, whatever. But yeah, I guess what we're also going to talk about Kim Kardashian as a whole, or do you want to just move on?
Yeah, we can touch on her.
I mean, really, I just had like this, I was watching backstory. True Hollywood Story. They had a little thing on Kim Kardashian, and like we all know her humble beginnings in her
sex tape.
Yes, I was trying to remember what to say, and I was like, in her exotic.
Nope, sex tape.
Yeah, like she had those beginnings, and like, you know, her father and the OJ thing, and you know, and in the True Hollywood Story, the way they framed it was like Kim was like the biggest influencer, like the biggest role model, because she's come such a long way given like her beginnings. And I always just, you know, the people who I talk to, like they don't consider Kim Kardashian a special person or a good role model. And I just thought it was just interesting to talk about. Do you have any strong feeling about Kim Kardashian?
I respect her. This is so controversial because I'm the person that defends everybody in my family. I'm an advocate for like everybody, and I think everybody, not in my day-to-day life, but like in general, has the potential to be good, or you know, and not like, you know, bad people, but like in general, like like the Kardashians, like people hate on them so much, and I think they're great businesswomen. They take advantage of pop culture and like what people say about them and do about them. Yeah, of course. Like they're just smart.
Exactly. And
I think that about Kim. Like, I think she puts out quality products. Like, I think she's a good, like, her body's a little deformed.
Whoa.
I mean, it is like,
I don't know. Deformed, or you mean like unnatural or like fake?
Well, deformed because it looks clearly unnatural.
But like most people can agree that Kim Kardashian is probably like one of the most like beautiful women, you know, of this generation. I think
What?
Yes, a lot of people think that she is, like, not just in America, but like most places can say like, oh, I think Kim Kardashian is like.
I completely disagree. I don't think.
You don't think she's pretty?
I think she's very, very fake. Like, I think she's had so much work done. Like Bella Hadid, like she used to be pretty. Now she's like the most perfect human being. because I think she was named like the most beautiful woman in the world or something because her face is exactly symmetrical. Because that's what happens when you have it made.
I mean, fine. Maybe she's beautiful according to the math, but I don't think that she's the most beautiful person in the world.
No, she was
Rated.
like she was rated the most beautiful person in the world because of her like perfect symmetry. That's not me. I didn't rate her. I do think she's beautiful, but like Latino guys, like, well, I'm not gonna generalize like that, but like at least my family, they look at Kim and they're like, who would in their right mind believe that any of that body is real?
But are you saying that she's not pretty because you assume that she's fake? Or you think she's not pretty because she's not pretty? I think she's all right. I think Kylie's much more beautiful. Kendall's much more beautiful. I think Chloe right now is more pretty in the face than Kim. Like, what's Chloe? Chloe's the tall one. Yeah. Youngest. Well, not the youngest, but the youngest. Yeah, the youngest of the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. No, Rob is the youngest of the Kardashians.
Well, he
youngest
doesn't count.
Of the girls.
He doesn't count.
Yeah. He's beautiful inside.
He's so gorgeous.
I mean...
I don't think Kim, like, I think she's fine. Like, I've seen pictures from before. She was average. Like,
I think that she's a pretty girl, but I do think a lot of people think she's less pretty because they believe that she's fake. But
she is. Have you seen before and afters?
But the thing is that I give you this question. If everybody in the world did some sort of survey and said, Kim Kardashian is the most beautiful person in the world, right? No. And then I'm just saying if, hypothetically. And then the next day they say, by the way, every part of her is fake. Does that still not make her the most beautiful girl in the world? It doesn't negate that.
Well, I don't think many people would say she's the most beautiful girl in the world. I think Angelina Jolie, Megan Fox, like a bunch other women would be.
I don't think she's the most beautiful. I think there's a lot of like probably like
Jennifer Aniston,
natural
like
beauties in different ways. I think she's probably the most beautiful because they think she's exotic and like, you know.
I don't think many people would say she's beautiful. Honestly.
Really?
I really don't.
I feel like a lot of women and a lot of men kind of regards her as like the center point of like beauty. Like the figure, the face.
Where did you get that? Like, I'm shocked that you think that.
I mean, it's not like something I believe personally.
I know.
But I do think a lot of people think that she's the most beautiful.
I really don't.
And not to say that there aren't other like pretty celebrities, but I think that she's really pretty.
I think she's so fake and so known that she's so fake.
But even if she's fake, like if I show you my nails and you're like, oh my God, they're gorgeous. And because you find out that they're
your nails, acrylic. In order to be gorgeous, they have to be painted and made and long and shaped and filed. Mm-hmm. Period. Like, of course they're fake. Like, you weren't born with blue nails with flowers on them. Like, that's not, I think, like...
But I don't think it matters. I think if you're beautiful and if you happen to buy your beauty, you're still beautiful.
Yeah, but people aren't going to be like, oh, she's the most beautiful girl in the world. She's so fake, beautiful, I love it. Like, nobody's going to be like that. Like, if people ask, then you can be like, she's beautiful, but of course she's fake. Like, that's... how I would react.
I just don't think that her being fake negates the beauty is my point. I think if you show somebody's face...
what I'm saying is it's easy to be beautiful when you literally bought everything on your body.
I'm sure, but it doesn't mean that you're less beautiful because you bought everything on your body.
But if everybody had the same power and money and I guess lack of self-esteem that she does...
Rich people are beautiful, like because they have not only like, you know, plastic surgery, but access to products that are expensive as hell. But it doesn't mean that they're less beautiful because they could afford these things.
Okay, one thing is to like get a little Botox, get a little filler, like whatever. Another thing is to literally reshape your entire body like Kylie did. And get boobs and get butt and get like implants and like it's a little like when people talk about beauty, they don't. Yes, I think it matters. When people talk about beauty, like, oh, who are the most beautiful celebrities? Nobody's gonna be like, oh, this girl that just got everything done. People are gonna say like Gigi Hadid that hasn't gotten that much done.
But I mean, you're equating beauty to natural beauty, which I think is fine. But I also think that if somebody like made a person and like, you know, or like there was a normal person, whatever, and then they got their nose done. they put some fillers in, from head to toe, they did themselves over. And then they're reintroduced to the public and everyone is like, wow, that girl's gorgeous. Like no one else looks like her. And then you find out that she did her whole body. It doesn't matter. She's still friggin' gorgeous. She just also happened to do her body.
Yes.
It doesn't negate from her being the most beautiful.
But she was ugly yesterday.
But she's beautiful today. And yesterday doesn't matter.
But like if I saw a girl, okay, in a party, like this is how I think, and I think it's how most people, at least Latinos, think. Not guys, because guys are just girls. Like if I saw a girl, right, and I was like, oh my God, that girl is so freaking beautiful. And my friend was like, she had her cheeks done, her jawline done, her lips done, her eyelids done, her entire body done.
Props to freaking her. No. She realized what wasn't working.
If she said that, I would be like, oh, okay, no, never mind.
You would say never 100%. Mind to her being pretty?
Like, she can be pretty, but if it's not at least somewhat natural, then it doesn't count. For me, like, you're pretty, but it's not something to admire or something to gawk over, Unless you were already, like, somewhat pretty, like a pretty person, and you're like, oh, if I fixed my nose, I would be like a 10 out of 10. Fix your nose. And then you're like a 10 out of 10, and that's awesome,
No. If you're a 2 and you realize your problem areas, you're like, man, I gotta pull some fat out of there, put that back there, throw a little bit of that, and you reshape your body and you make yourself look how you want to look so that you feel confident about yourself. Is it necessary? No. But if you can afford it and you want to do it, do it. And if that makes you the most prettiest person,
it's okay.
You should be noted as the most prettiest person, not just because you did your body, but because you are. Because I just think that, yes, you can buy beauty. Is it fair? No. But
it's fair. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But don't try to pass for the most pretty person if that was literally all done by a surgeon, But
it doesn't matter.
I think personally it matters. And then when you have your babies, they're ugly. They're ugly as babies because you were ugly and you've always been ugly. Behind all that plastic, you're ugly.
Well,
but I think Kim's babies are pretty. Well, at least 2 out of 4 are pretty.
Damn.
I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name names. No, just kidding. 2 are more pretty. Are prettier than the other 2, but they're all all children are beautiful.
Children of the future.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
What a sidetrack.
We need to.
Point is that if you're plastic or you're real, you're gorgeous. Apparently, less. Carla doesn't think so.
Well, if it's like you fixed a couple things, then yeah, of course. Like if you were pretty, you're still gonna be pretty. But if you look like almost like a different person than what you were before, and you claim to be the prettiest person in the world. You're a robot.
I just think though you shouldn't be unhappy. Like I feel like
oh no, you shouldn't be unhappy. Just be happy with what you see in the mirror, not what other people say or how other people rate you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think if obviously you're everyone's beautiful naturally, truly, inside and out. Love it.
You're so nice, Aisha.
But if you know that you freaking hate your nose, or if you think that you have, I don't know, whatever, fix it if you want to.
100%. And that won't make you any less pretty. But if you look like an entirely different person from head to toe after 1,000 surgeries.
Tip your surgeon.
You don't tip surgeons.
Well, tip your surgeon.
No, just don't. Okay, whatever. You know what? They would accept you in Miss Universe anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but also that's all
but that's
super
also
problematic.
The point. Wait, is that
no,
wrong?
It's not, because it's literally like 5 people that choose the most beautiful woman in the universe, not like an everyday person that you're like, oh, this is what she used to look like, this is who she is now. Oh, okay, then never mind. But okay, we're
that's
not gonna
controversial.
We're
that's
not
different
gonna
because now you're competing for money, and well, it's not fair.
Are you? No, you're not.
Yeah, they get a prize, a cash prize. No,
I don't think
you get the crown and something. No,
you sell the crown. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
To Showtime.
Showtime.
Okay.
Showtime.
Hi guys, Carla from the future here. So we decided to actually make a poll and ask people on Facebook whether they agreed with the following statement. Most people would say Kim Kardashian is one of the most beautiful women in the world and deem her the ideal woman. Obviously just referring to her body. And it's been 20 hours since we posted it, but 300 people said they disagree. that most people would not say Kim Kardashian is one of the most beautiful women in the world, and 87 people said they do agree. So, I digress. The people have spoken.
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, I am not the kind of person to watch like love shows or rom-coms or like cheesy shit like that. But I was feeling a type of way these past couple weeks. And I was like, I want to watch something that'll make me cry.
Oh my God, what did you watch?
And sure enough, well, I watched For Weddings and a Funeral.
I figured
that we talked about earlier in the season. It's by Mindy's one of the writers, Mindy Kaling. And it was such a cute show.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
a little unrealistic.
Honestly, I don't think it was that unrealistic because like I was like, oh my God, if I was Maya, like if I were Maya, like what would I do? Like true love is true love, but also I don't believe in friendship that much. We were talking about this.
She's not a girl code kind of girl.
No. Like of course I get it, and like Maya didn't do anything until. Oh, this is a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
Well, Maya basically falls in love with her best friend's ex-fiance. And the guy didn't go through with the wedding because he didn't want to. He didn't feel it was right. And Maya like had met him before. She didn't know her best friend was dating him. And it was just so cute.
Yeah.
That at the end, like they were able to like, you know, be together. I didn't think they would be. Like,
I know Maya seemed pretty adamant about like being like a quote unquote good friend.
But I liked the progression of all the characters and like Ainsley and how she grew up and like matured. And Duffy, he was a little pathetic. But, you know.
I mean, I guess. But I think it's a really cute show. What I didn't like about it was like the time progressions. Like they'd be like, oh, 4 months later, 1 year later. And I'm thinking like, that's like the sort of like, you know, the way like they left like the friendships, like the way that they leave them. I don't think that in 4 years or in a year or months, I would want to pick up where I left off. Like that's weird. Like I think if you have a problem, you deal with it right away. But like she like flew back to New York, had this whole life, and then like she decided to like meet back. Like
yeah. It was a little like unrealistic in that sense, but
choppy. Yeah.
But I think it was a good show. It was entertaining, and I'm not usually into shows like that, but this one was.
It's such a sweet show. I so recommend it to everyone. I think it's Mindy Kaling's the best. And if you love it's a great show. Yeah.
Do you love? No, you don't.
I'm a little cynical, but I like to see it play out. Cynical. I like to see it play out, but it's just not something that I believe because I fundamentally doubt people.
And I doubt friendships, and that's what I was saying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But
I think true love, like, honestly, like, I think true love, like, outside of TV shows, like, can triumph anything, or even friendship. Because I don't believe in friendships as much as I believe in love, even though I have friends that I love, and of course, like,
it's just
love with my entire
really
heart.
Weird. It's one of those things because, like, in the show, the biggest issue is that should Maya, like, date this guy that she's pretty much in love with from one meeting, but has a connection to her best friend. And one thing that, like, I'll remember for the rest of my life, my aunt told me, like, you know, sometimes you meet people and they're not for you, but they're for somebody else. And if that person happens to be your friend, wouldn't you want the best for them? And, like, she told me this, like, in passing, like literally 10 years ago. And when I watched this movie, I was just like,
Did my aunt write this?
Yeah, I was just like, wouldn't I want that for my best friend? I want them to, like, be in love. That's wonderful. Like, would I be mad? No.
Okay, well, I would be. But
I value friendships a lot.
And then the other show I want to talk. Okay, so I give that one. Let's just come up with like a rating.
Oh, okay.
Very unique. 5 stars out of 5.
Unheard of.
No, just kidding. I would give it like 4.5, just because it was like, you know, a little cheesy.
It's predictable in the best way. If you like holiday movies and stuff like that, it's up your alley.
It's better than a holiday movie, which I don't like, but So that's on Hulu. On Amazon Prime, there's this show called Modern Love. Did you watch it?
Oh my God, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm dying. I love every single actor in there. Like, it's so great.
Exactly. So it's an anthology. Is that the word?
I think so. Say it again.
Anthology.
Yes.
It's an anthology of 8 different episodes of 8 different stories that are based on the New York Times Modern Love column. Is that what the column is called? Love Connection?
Yeah,
Misconnections?
The Modern Love?
I don't know. It's a love column on the New York Times, which like features like love stories. And the 8 episodes are brilliant. They're all super different. Like but they all have great actors and actresses. It's an amazing show. And again, it's like a little lovey-dovey, like
it's sweet for the holidays.
Sweet. But I binged it all in one day.
Really?
They're only 30 minutes long.
It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out.
Oh my God.
I binged it all in one day.
Really?
But it was like 4 hours.
Okay.
Because it's 30 minutes each.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. I didn't like the Anne Hathaway episode that much. It was a little like overwhelming.
Okay.
Because she has a mental illness and like it's all about that. And it's a little much. Especially, I guess, for people with that mental illness, which I'm not going to say because it's a spoiler. But, yeah, it was a little...
Is it?
Yes. So, yeah, that's the other show. I give that one 5 out of 5 because it was amazing. And all the stories were super well told. Oh,
and it's real. And
there's one that's like about daddy issues. And that one was kind of weird. After you watch it, you tell me what you think. But that one was kind of weird. And it was the one that like fit the least with the rest of them. Sorry, yeah, fit the least with the rest of them.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got. Watch both shows, especially Modern Love on Amazon Prime or Prime Video.
Yes.
And now,
Asia's
ad break.
Ad break. Okay, so this time, guys, I bring you, I feel like another Burger King ad. I feel like I've talked about Burger King before.
Yeah, Burger King, hire her. We have 9 minutes.
Yes. Okay, so Burger King. They did this ad for the Finland audience, and it's called like the silent drive-through. Again, with all the ads that like I admire, it's not because I think it's a revolutionary idea or if it was even executed well. I just think that the insight was super, super smart. They realized that Finnish people are a little introverted and
quiet.
Yeah, they find like when I guess they did some sort of survey and they realized that the best experience for Finnish people was when they had the least interaction with people. So they thought of a silent drive-through, which really isn't like a traditional drive-through. It's not like silent as you drive through it. You just have to use the app, which also helped boost Burger King like subscription, the apps or whatever. Downloads. So yeah, it's just a cute little ad that just shows like someone coming to your window and they scroll down their window and they're like, you're like, they don't even say anything, they're just like peer. And they're just like, which I think is so odd. Like I feel the need to be like, thank you or here, whatever. Point is that it's like knock knock. Mer, mer.
I feel like that's super different to America because people here love small talk. Love it. Like today I was at Trader Joe's and the cashier was this super, super nice lady, but she was like, so how's your weekend? And she's scanning my items. And I was like, good. Have any plans? And I was like, oh my God, don't make me tell you I don't have any plans, please. So I was like, not really. Just going to the gym, just seeing my friend tonight. She's like, oh, nice. And I was like, how was your weekend? She was like, well, my weekend just finished because I'm here at work. And I was like, oh, God. She's like, no, I have the week free and then the weekend I work. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Shoot me now.
I love little chatter. It makes me feel like, I mean, I know that people think it's like annoying, but I also like to be like, all right, well, I hope you have a good day. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that.
I don't know. Maybe I should move to Finland.
Well,
but we also found that in the article, it said that it makes the experience 7 to 8 minutes faster, which who want
Super
like
great.
everybody wants their food faster.
Even the people who want to talk, now they get their food faster. Like,
But also, I feel like McDonald's here has mobile and pay on the app, so
Yeah.
you can literally just order and like just get there, and like they'll bring it out to the curbside.
exactly. And I
So
mean, even Panera, like you can order on the app and they like literally put it on like a little shelf.
like Starbucks,
And you get it and leave.
Yeah. So it's not revolutionary, per
It's
se,
not.
but the ad is good,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Super cute,
it's
super
based on
simple,
a very like
strong.
big human truth
Yeah.
for Finnish people, which is that they don't like small talk and they'd rather like.
Yeah. And as an American, like I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. But
That's interesting.
it's super interesting. Yep. So I have for you guys.
Cool. So this brings us to the end.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go
we-
over what did you get cultured on?
Yes. I got cultured on, well, I don't think I got cultured on it, but we had a very interesting discussion about the Halloween thing,
Yes.
which is always, interesting. I'm going to dress up as a snake.
Yes. What kind of snake, Carla, specifically?
Well, I can't say because it's a surprise for
Oh.
my contest.
Okay.
But I'll tell you next time
Yes.
what we were. And it's a group costume, so it's amazing. But it's
cute.
a surprise, so I'll just tell you next week.
Well,
But I'm going to be a witch for the night party.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I hope witches don't get mad. I'm not making fun of you, I swear.
To all the Wiccas out there.
Don't put a spell on me.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be Dorothy for like the 5th year in a row because I spent $50 on that costume.
Getting your
So
money's
Dorothy
worth.
till I die. But yeah, I got cultured on again, like just talking about this Kim Kardashian. Apparently, you don't think that she's super pretty.
I think she's okay. I think she's fake mostly.
But that's the thing. Even if she's fake, it doesn't negate from her being pretty.
But I'm saying when there's so many more beautiful women, more natural, a lot more natural than her, that diminishes her beauty levels, in my opinion.
Guess we're just gonna have to
Agree
agree
to
to disagree.
Yeah. Tell us what you guys think
Yes.
about beauty standards and like the Instagram type of body and beauty like Kim and Kylie have, or versus like Gigi or maybe Kendall. Kendall's
not
like
Gigi or Kendall, like somebody that's normal.
Jennifer
like-
Aniston. Go.
And Ashley, what's her name?
She's
She's
like a model though.
Yeah, but she's like normal. She has like cellulite and like
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston does too. She just doesn't showcase it all the time.
somebody else. Somebody else.
Jennifer Aniston is like perfect because she's like 50 and looks good and has always been beautiful and
But
hasn't
like-
had much work done.
Halle Berry or like Zoe Sandel or what's Will's?
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Sandel.
Saldana.
Oh my god, I've been calling her Sandal this whole time.
Well, yeah, all these, I think they fall under the same category of Jennifer
Jada
Aniston.
Pinkett Smith.
Okay, now
Freaking
you're naming
gorgeous.
everybody.
She doesn't look like she's aged in the last 50 years.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's pretty.
She's so pretty.
Halle Berry's pretty.
You don't think Jada Pinkett Smith is pretty?
No. I think she's whatever.
Have you seen her lately?
Yeah. Oh my god, okay. Well, beauty's subjective, guys. That's what we got cultured on today.
Yes, guys. We'll see you next time as I pull up a picture of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.